Sankofa, go back and fetch it. I hear my ancestors whisper in my dreams. Sankofa, go back, my child, for that which you have forgotten, for that which you must reclaim. Sankofa, do all you can to return to the wisdom planted in the marrow of our roots. Sankofa, Sankofa. Yes, I hear the call. Yes, I am going back to fetch it, for I must gather the stories of my people that await me there. But I had no map, no clear path forward, so I wandered, lost, until she called me. I first heard her call as a sound pattern. A rhythm that pulsed at the heart of my spirit. My ears overflowed with emotion, a sound I could listen to for hours, for days, as if it were the destined soundtrack of my life force. My favorite songs began weaving into one long healing tone, and although I did not yet know the name of these mysterious strings, I knew exactly how she made me feel. Light as a feather, dancing in kinship with the wind, as if I was a part of a grand unfolding story. Her notes seemed to carry an ancient frequency, a promise to hold me lovingly each time they played. These were the first moments I began to fall deeply in love. Her sound was something of a winding trail. The closer I followed, the more I seemed to discover. She introduced me to djéli, griots, families who have carried the stories of our land for centuries. Our songs cradled in their fingertips. Jabarte, Sissoko, Diabate, Guyate. I gave thanks for this discovery. Iniche, djéli, thank you. Oceans away, and yet here I have found you. It all seemed to happen so fast. Before I knew it, I was on foot seeking her. And in my search, I was brought here, a sanctuary where the sounds of my ancestors live vibrantly, where community gathers in the healing music of the motherland. Oh, I felt like I had come home, as if I had stepped into a realm where a part of my identity could be explored, expressed, and honored. I truly was a child in a candy shop, That's how they would describe it. And then, at last, I was introduced to her. Kora is her name. Kora, she's an ancient one, a 21-stringed harp lute whose voice has echoed across centuries, long before colonialism ever touched the motherland. She was born in the region of Udande, what we now call West Africa. Her roots trace back to the Malian Empire and later the Kabu Empire, where her sound became woven into the very identity of the Mande people. She was never just for entertainment. You see, the Kora has always been the voice of memory, played by griots, our living libraries, who carried the stories of our families and kingdoms, who held our genealogy, our wisdom, inside their songs. There is no written music for the Kora. You learn by listening, by absorbing each melody as story, and bringing it to life again in true griot fashion. My own teacher met the Kora on his first return to the motherland. Kora called to him in the streets of Mali, and he answered by showing up each day to learn. Doni Doni, his teacher would say to him, little by little. When he passed on these words to me, they became a teaching in themselves. Doni Doni, Kora will reveal herself. Doni Doni, the stories will return. Doni Doni, little by little, we will find our way back. you so much. I feel just amazing. I feel amazing. It feels like getting to know an ancestor. One of my ancestors played this instrument. Seems that a lot of people have given you love. You feel like community. That's what I learned. And you know, I have found myself, I'm so eager to play this and to bring forth its healing sound because it's all that I listen to. But I've really been having to be like patient with myself and reminding myself it takes time to learn how to do anything new. And especially playing an instrument, I feel like I'm working a part of my brain I haven't worked in a long time. I used to play cello back in high school, and I loved the cello, but I didn't have much of a connection to it like I do with this instrument. Like it just holds so much meaning. And so I haven't been in a state of being before, and I'm just like so curious. I'm like, all the things that I want to do. How can I bring you to life? But oh yeah, where I was going with that is just that it takes time to learn anything, and although those just like catching those chords feels very simple to me, it's actually a big deal because there are a lot of strings on this. And then the other thing with this too is the finger placement. So your 3 fingers go behind here and you use your pointer and your thumb to play it. The pointers access these strings down here. You have to point them down. It's actually better to have long nails to play this instrument. Just imagine my ancestors playing this and their fingers, how they would. I feel like the English language doesn't go well with this instrument, which makes sense. I can't find words in my language for this instrument. So I think I have to either learn my ancestral language, which will be a challenge to figure out what that was, or what do I do? The Kora will tell me what to do. Another thing is that my teacher told me this instrument is very addictive, and I've been here for probably over an hour now. Know when to walk away from your Kora. I'm gonna learn the hard way. I'm learning the hard way. But I do feel so called to this instrument. Oh my goodness. Like, I'm just going after her, like, so strongly, you know? Like, I wanna learn you. I wanna learn you. I wanna learn you. Listen up. Remember, child, remember. Oh, that's it. guess, something like that. It's like learning how to walk. Wow, this is really, really good for the brain, I gotta say. It's harder for me on this side to like know, oh, this is D. Because I think this is D. D, D, D. Let's see. I'm learning! I got it right. Yeah, this is my little sheet. That really helps me. Oops, sorry. That's really helped me. And I'm really learning. I'm soaking it up. I really am. I just realized that I'm wearing the study bear shirt and yeah. So bears are actually my spirit animal because my native name is Osalita, which means little bear. And I feel like I've been growing into my indigenous name a lot lately, like realizing what it means and how it embodies my spirit. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing this bear shirt, because it's actually a very old shirt, but it was my partner's and he was gonna get rid of it, and I was like, there's just something about bears, like I have to have it. I don't even have a lot of bear stuff, and I think that's why I cling to this old t-shirt so much, because it's the only thing I have with a bear on it, and I'm like, yeah, I am a bear. Like, I resonate spiritually with the bears. But also my other spirit animal is a ladybug. And that's a childhood story of when my mom brought me home from the hospital. She would like speak over me and like pray over me. And I don't know if it was like a few days after I was brought back or it was just like a random day, but she did that, and she just asked like the universe, God, spirit, basically to protect me, and that I would be like the happiest baby in the world. I'd be full of joy and all these things and always protected and in abundance. And the next morning there were ladybugs just flooded. This is living in where I live. Living in the city life. But the next morning, my crib was full of ladybugs, just flooded all over me. And yeah, so they're my spirit animal. Every time I see a ladybug, I feel like I'm being protected. And I love them dearly. Now let's get back into this beauty, this divine woman. This beautiful woman. Sing to me, darling. Each day I meet my Kora, when the sun first rises and when the moon is my only witness. With every passing day, it feels less like I'm learning an instrument and more like I've come to know a vessel, a doorway into a part of myself I never knew I could open. It makes me wonder how many other vessels like this exist. How many unopened doors are waiting for us, inviting us into worlds we've never seen. I imagine there are infinite ones, each whispering, "Come closer, come closer." But I'm learning that the return is not always easy. Restoring ancestral memory can come with feelings of unfamiliarity and discomfort. Some days I feel like an alien in my own body, fumbling through sounds my hands don't yet know how to shape. And yet, while this path feels new to my mind, it runs in my blood, sprinkled throughout my DNA. And this remembering is what carries me forward, like the wrinkled palm of an ancestor, resting gently on my shoulder, whispering, "Keep going, keep going." I never imagined how many roles the Kora would play. As much as she's been a storyteller, a healer, she's also been a teacher, an elder, and a mirror. She teaches me patience, that longing will not make the story unfold faster. Doni doni, little by little, the tree of patience has bitter roots, but its fruit is sweet. She teaches me consistency, that devotion lives in the act of showing up, Even on nights I don't feel ready, even when the melodies don't flow, a little rain each day will fill the rivers to overflowing. She teaches me discipline, that practicing is its own kind of prayer, that each note I reach for is a seed being planted, a reminder that knowledge is like a garden. If it is not cultivated, it cannot be harvested. And she teaches me to release perfectionism, to trust the beauty inside the unexpected, to let the so-called wrong notes breathe. Even the wrong note can become medicine in its own unexpected harmony. Even the Niger River must flow around an island. And maybe, most profoundly, she reminds me that no matter how much they try to erase our people, to fracture our history until it's unrecognizable, they can never capture us, because our memory lives everywhere, in the tips of our fingers, in the breath of our songs, in the sway of our dance, in our togetherness. Kora carries our memories. She is a keeper of our culture, and that can never, ever be taken. As my ancestors would say, when the roots are deep, there is no reason to fear the wind. Ah, the Kora, she has shown me just how deep our stories truly run. So I was going to tell you a story, but I think Kora has her own stories to tell. I just wanted to leave you with the song that I'm learning, which is called Bani. And Bani means the refusal. And it's a very meaningful story because it tells the story of a historic resistance that happened right on the edge of the Kabu Empire. This would be modern-day Senegal, Guinea, and Gambia. This was a time when invaders had come into the area and they were trying to bend the Kabu Empire's spirit. They were trying to impose their spiritual and cultural practices onto them. But the king at the time, Wali, and his general, they refused. They wouldn't surrender their culture or sacrifice their souls for gold. They stood their ground. They refused to be corrupted. Learning this song has resonated so deeply with me as a descendant of those who were severed from the root, who were taken from their land and yet still preserved our songs, our stories, our dance, our customs. And even though the shape of our culture has shifted over time, we still beat to the same rhythm. And the fact that Bani is the first song that I'm learning on the Kora truly feels so magical because it symbolizes the same resistance that I feel within. This refusal to be cut off from where I come from, to let my ancestral stories disappear, the refusal to forget. Every note holds the collective spirit of my people. A stride forward that is so much older than me, that is guiding me and reminding me that our stories cannot be erased. So I hope as you listen, you can feel that same strength and remembering that wherever you come from, your ancestors' strength and resilience lives inside of you too. So this is Bani. I tend to bite my nails when I edit, so I hope that I can hit these notes. But nonetheless, there is no perfect when it comes to the Kora, and I am only but a beginner. But I hope to bless you with these sounds, these tunes. Thank you, Bani. Thank you so much for journeying with me, and I'm wishing you so much ease, so much discovery as you make your own return. I love you deeply, and I'll see you next time. Mwah. Say goodbye, Kora.